Hello everyone, I am back with Big Guys Reviews and I went and purchased a brand new Shark vacuum cleaner. I believe this is probably going to be the first video on YouTube with this model. This is model LA502. I believe it came out this month in October of 2020. So this is just first impressions and let's talk about it. Here is the bottom of the box showing the LA502 model number, and in case you wanted the UPC as well. So just a quick overview of the box. One thing I find Shark hilarious is all of their different marketing terms describing the different features of their vacuums. I don't know how long I spent trying to understand what all this meant. But anyways, in case you do know, I'm not going to be the one educating you today, but this is the Shark Rotator Pet Lift Away ADV. I do not know what ADV means. Also, lift away implies that the feature of the actual bagging unit and motor can be disconnected from the actual bottom base of the vacuum cleaner. Power fins, okay, we can talk about that in a little bit. I'm pretty sure I know what that means. Dual clean essentially means it's double rollers. But anyway, this is what the box looks like. When you open up the box, there's this handy quick start guide. This was really easy to set up. Probably took less than 5 minutes. As you can see here, what's inside this is everything that comes with the vacuum cleaner. A through D is the cleaner itself, the vacuum cleaner, and then E, F, and G are the accessories. So the crevice tool is E. Pet multi-tool. So this tool right here, you can actually separate, and hard to do with one hand, but basically it pops off here, and then there's two actual tools. So one that has bristle, and then another one that is just like a flat piece. And then the last one is this pet power brush, which is this this quite hefty unit itself. And this is not motorized, but it doesn't really matter. It seems to work really well. I'll show you that in a little bit. So we'll just go top to bottom here real quick on the vacuum cleaner itself. The handle attached to the wand here, you can actually see there's a button that says min and max. This adjusts the suction level. It's just a quick sliding button. As you follow the wand down here, this is going to be where the dust, the lint, is captured. You can actually flip this open and it pops right off. And then you can see there's actually some pre-filters down there as well. And that just pops back in, that's pretty easy. Cord winds up right here. This is the button to detach this wand. And then down here is obviously the rollers. And then on this side over here is the power button. So off, hard floor, and then carpet. So it's a 3 switch button. And then this will release this whole top unit. So let me just do that real quick here. So if you need to take it off to go vacuum the car, something that I really liked. It's the lift away feature, and then of course the bottom with the 2 rollers, and then there's a button here to slide off this front roller in case you need to clean it out. So you can actually see the difference between the new Shark versus my old Hoover Monster. This thing is ginormous, it's very bulky, hard to navigate, and this thing does awful with long hair. So constantly having to clean it out. The rollers, you can't even take the rollers off. You have to cut the hair. It's a pain. So wanted to upgrade to something a little bit nicer. Did a lot of research. Figured why not? Let's try the brand new model. See what happens. So far, no hair tangles. It's been pretty good. But there is one little quirk with this: is the vacuum pulls you. Never experienced it before, and what I'll do is I'll try to demonstrate it as best I can. But essentially, when the rollers are going, I think it's actually gripping the carpet and it's slowly pulling the vacuum forward. It actually creates a little bit of fatigue because you're pulling against the grain, so to speak, when you're actually pulling the vacuum back. But when you're going forward, you don't really have to do anything. It just goes by itself. It's very odd. So the wife was okay with it. She thought it was an interesting, I guess, feature, if that's even what it's meant to be. But anyway, just keep in mind that if you are maybe older or you don't have a lot of strength, you might be fighting with this vacuum a little bit more. I can't say that this is The same thing with other Shark vacuums, but this particular model, it seems to be kind of gripping and pulling the user along for the ride. One other thing too I want to point out, in order to drop this handle forward this way, you actually have to step on the roller base itself and kind of pull back. And you can see that you actually have to put a fairly decent amount of pressure on this to get this to actually come backwards. It kind of snaps into place. Maybe over time this will loosen up, but right out of the box, I was very worried that I was going to snap something because it wasn't easy to actually disengage this top section. So I just want to let you guys know about that. Okay, let's turn it on. I'll just show you. Hopefully I can demonstrate how it pulls. I'm going to go ahead and turn the vacuum on. I apologize if this is going to be loud. So the rollers are spooling up, and I'm not even like, this is me not doing anything. It literally just goes. It's yeah, I don't know how else I can demonstrate it, but I'm not even holding it and it just takes off. So this is with the roller section and the base separated here. I'm just going to flip this over so you can see the bottom. Obviously it's got that duo clean, so 2 rollers. This first one is just basically like a soft brush roller. The black portions are slightly more rigid in terms of the fiber. The blue is like ultra soft, very plush. And then it has this fin, this like gate, which I believe is referring to the self-cleaning action, where if anything gets stuck, it can swipe it off. Here's the back roller, and these are sort of like nylon almost. They're almost like nylon fins. Well, one side is rubberized, the other side is kind of nylon, and then there's some bristles here as well. And then there's this back brush as well. This is just a fixed brush in the back. So essentially that's basically it. There is a release button in the front here. Pretty easy to take this front brush off. I don't think you can take the second one off. At least I haven't figured that out yet. So far, vacuuming it, the house, we have not gotten any hair stuck in here. I have noticed long hair in this bin. So it seems to be working. I'm gonna keep it despite the fact that it tugs you along everywhere you go. So just a quick demonstration of this pet tool here. It basically just slides right on. So I took the wand off just to have a shorter distance here. You could actually leave the wand on in case you want to reach like high places. Not necessarily with this tool, but maybe with the wand tool or something else. But anyway, for our purposes here, just going to leave it on this setting. I'm also going to flip this switch here for suction max and min. You can actually hear the difference in it. So I'm going to turn the switch on, and I did say that this is not motorized, but it doesn't matter. This thing spools up anyway. So let's go. It seems to do really well. So I think you get the idea. This suction is really good on this. I just did some basic tests earlier before I took this video. Really great suction, and you can actually tell when I was switching back between suction max and min, there is a difference in the loudness. It does ramp up the motor, and there's more suction. So whether you're using one of these type of tools or you're using the actual vacuum itself, the standard rollers, it does ramp up using this suction max or min. All right, so just a quick wrap up, final thoughts. So far, after using it for a couple times, I definitely like this vacuum. I will be keeping it, as I mentioned before. It does a fantastic job capturing dust and dirt. Even after passing with my old Hoover, about a day later, passing it over with a Shark, I was able to lift up a tremendous amount of dust that was not captured on my old vacuum cleaner. So I know this Shark vacuum cleaner is working very well in those terms. Also the fact that the hair clogging does not seem to be happening with this, at least right now. You may want to go to Vacuum Wars. It's another YouTube channel. The guy does a fantastic job with reviews. He may be able to explain more about some of these different Shark features, like what Duo Clean means and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get too into it because I don't know everything myself. But it definitely seems to work well. The hair, like I said, is not on the roller. So I did not put it through torture tests. So if I were to put clumps of hair everywhere and try to do it, I do not know if it would actually vacuum up. But normal use for my application, this seems to be working fantastic. Again, this is the LA502 Shark vacuum cleaner. And if you have any questions about it, or if you need me to, I don't know, do any further tests, or you have any questions, whatever, just post in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.